Man, Sonic Frontiers music is so fucking... It's so fucking amazing. Mark my words. Mark my words, the day I get a capture card. Or, I don't know, a beefier PC, whichever comes first. I'm streaming Sonic Frontiers for realsies. Not right now, sadly, because I know from experience that if I try to stream Sonic Frontiers, my PC will just crash. It is what it is. But anyway, hi! Hello! I hope everyone is having a good day. I hope my sound is correct. Because when I'm drawing, I need the mic to be a little farther away so it doesn't bother me when I draw. Okay. First things first. The Bongo Cat lobby code. Always important. And as always, you have my music playlist on shuffle, so you never know what to expect. But anyway, today, you've seen the title. But as you can see, my model, right? My little puppet model can hold plushies. And right now, I only have one. Well, two plushies technically, but they're one image. So I'm going to draw more. And this is totally inspired by Tally's Tales. Follow her, by the way, if you're not already. She's amazing. Let's see if I can throw her out. Tally's Tales. Let's hope for the best. It's not working. Oh no, it's working, There we go. Alright, so she had that idea, right? That the stuff she does on most streams, where she has her 3D Vtuber model. She likes to promote other streamers and stuff on her shirts. And I thought it would be cute to do something similar, but with plushies. I do have her blessing, by the way, just before you ask. But yeah. I'm going to draw some plushies, so I will start with her plushie, since you know the original idea is hers. So it would make sense to start with her. There we go, I'm on the right screen, yay! And as you can see, you can see the behind the scenes of my model. the true anatomy of the Yankee. It's just some kind of eldritch horror. But we won't be focusing on that or this, or the single tail, no, we will be focusing on this section. Let me see, where is the layer with the plushies? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Maybe in here? No. I can't find the layer with the plushies on it. Is it on another... Did I lose the file? Did I do an oopsie already? I can't find the file. Tragedy. I was sure I had a specific folder just for... Yeah, so the arms holding something out here. And they don't have anything there. Maybe here? No. Aha! That's in my old outfit. The previous one. Yep, that's where they are. Okay, I'm going to move them over actually. So that they're on the new outfits. Whoop, nobody. Alright, there we go. So you've got my current plushies. I'm actually... because I draw them fully. It's just that because there's two of them, they had to be smaller to fit in the arms, so they could be together. But my streamer plushies, or squishies as I like to call them, they will be bigger. So we might see little fitsies popping up there. And if you're curious, that's the old version. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to make a folder for Tali. And I'm going to pull up the references she gave me. But yeah, this is going to be a chill stream. Because I don't want to go too hardcore and tire myself out before tonight. Because tonight I will be a guest on Big Than This stream. I'm going to shout them out as well. Big Than B? I think that's their username. Can't remember if there's an underscore. No, that's the right one. Okay, good. There we go. Yeah, I will be on their stream later tonight. At in my time zone, it's going to be 7 p.m. So let me do some math. So right now we can say it's 2. It's almost 2. Okay, in 5 hours. I'm embarrassed at how long it took me to... Oh, I should do more math. I really should do more math. But yeah, in a few hours, I will be on Big Than This stream. I will not spoil what we will be playing or how, just that I will be here. Alright, let me see how I can... Yeah, the crop is a little strange. Yeah, as usual, you know, it's a very casual stream. So I'm moving things as I go. Crop left. Yeah, there should be more cropped. Yeah, that's better. That way you don't see bits of the interface. Oh, but I have... Oh, I see. I see the issue. This needs to be a little wider. So you will have to see some of my interface. Whatever. It is what it is. A little bigger. little bigger. There we go. You see a little bit of my interface, but that's fine. Yeah, basically, since the Clip Studios interface is a little... There's a lot of stuff going on. I prefer to crop it so that you only see the drawing. And I got distracted. Alright, let me pick up the reference she so kindly gave me. There we go. And put this in another window. You won't be able to see it anymore, but I will. Time to plushify Tally. Alright. Start with a little sketch to plushify her. Let's make the rest of the body. No, let's not actually. Let's just make the sketch red. That will be more readable. Alright, a round little face. So I do have some limitations since my model is layered. Because like it's not a full Vtuber model, it's not just a PNGTuber either. The programmer, the dev of the program I use likes to call those characters puppet tubers, and I think that's very cute. So I'm going to start calling my model that. A little puppet tuber. But yeah, so for example, I do have some limitations, so I can't just put the little arms above my arms, for example. I mean, I could, but it would necessitate more layers, and my layer tree is already messy as it is. I don't need more layers. Or maybe I could make her wave. Let's see. To put her head a little more to the left. I feel like the Chow the Chow music is very appropriate right now. Little wave. There we go. That way we can see the feetsies. Maybe a little shorter. Give her a little teddy bear proportions. Friendly smile. I will see for the eyes what type of style I want. Because like my other squishies, like they just reused the eye shape of the characters because they already are very stylized. But since Teddy has more human proportions, I would have to see if I want like little orbs like this or if I want to add some eyelashes. We'll see after. I'm just here. Some small horns. All cute. Very cute. Let's move that part of the body a little bit to the left. But yeah, I plan to do a few more plushes. And I will show them off at different streams, so everyone gets a little shout out. Do I give her little fingers or just like this? Just a family. No, just a little paw-like shape is nice. Ah! I accidentally went into my browser. It's not what I wanted to do. There. There. Let's take green so we can see. Alright, let's look at her hair. I'm going to look at the other reference. Oh, I forgot her little ears. She has pointy ears. They will have to be hidden a little bit. Well, yeah, that's the limitations. Like, I could go multi-layered. But it's a bit... It takes some fiddling with the layers. So I want to keep it as simple as possible. Or maybe instead of having this arm dangle around, I can play around with the limitations. Like a little higher up. And she has one arm that looks like it's holding on. Alright, so she's got straight bangs. Little buns in the back. How long is the braid? Okay, around till here, so we won't see much of the braid, but I will still I will still draw a little bit of it. So like if I want to use the plushie outside of my model, she will have the little bit of braid. Alright, so her outfit is pretty complex. Well, not necessarily complex, but it has a bunch of small details. I won't be able to draw it all. But I will try to draw as much as possible. Let's make this a little more transparent. So I can see what the hell I am doing. Oh, we might not even see the bit of braid actually. Now that I see what I'm doing with the cape. Well, not the cape, the jacket. There's a black necktie. Lady has a very cool outfit, like her default outfit. All her outfits are really nice. But I really like the black and red combo that contrasts with the cute pink and blue pastel she has going on with the rest of the model. Lots of belts on this outfit. Okay, let's focus first on the sleeve. Should the arm be in front, maybe? It will be hiding a little bit of the face, but... yeah, that's probably better. So we can see she is waving. Alright, let's try to figure out the belt situation. I might make small ones with a lot of belts. A little belts. A little higher up so I can move her little hand. Yeah, I think it's just that her outfit has a lot of layers. Okay, thankfully that arm has a sleeve like that. And no belt, it seems. I really picked the right arm, like the correct arm, by pure accident. Because at this angle I cannot draw all these tabs. The perspective won't let me. Alright, the pants. she has those boots. Combat boots. Very cool. She has another belt here with chains. And on this side she has more belts. You know, she's never going to lose her outfit like that. That's very practical. And stylish. Alright, let me take a sip real quick while the ads are going on. Some of my gamer juice. This one's a new flavor. It's cherry and banana. Very tasty. Tastes like cherry candy, but with a little banana aftertaste. Big fan. Where's my stylus? There it is. Now let's save. Always important. Right, let's do the line out. I might actually want to going to hide, no, keep the arms, hide everything else. The anatomy of the cat boy. That's right, I'm an eldritch horror. I mean, I am from space. I mean, I am totally a real cat. I am not an alien. I am not from space, that was a lie. I should make like some kind of well, PuppetTuber, I guess. PuppetTuber lore sometime. Like, I don't know, a comic, an illustration. Probably not a video. I mean, I would want to, but I don't have the mental... I don't have the spoons, if you know what that means. I don't have the spoons to do a full animated video. I might give her eyelashes, actually. Let's see, that might be too... 30, yeah, 30 is a good thickness for it. I need a background, there we go. That's better than the checkered one. Okay, actually, let's look at her art. See the shape of the eyes. So they're a little more like this, actually. I can go a little rounder for a plushie, that's fine. No, that's too detailed. Make them a little bigger, since it's essentially a chibi, right? It's even more deformed than a chibi, actually. I really have to figure out how to do the drawing, the little... I don't know if it's a tattoo or a marking. But she has this illustration on her forehead. Where's my shortcut? It is hidden under the reference. I flipped the wrong... There, that's what I wanted to flip. Yeah, copy paste. Art is not about suffering. Not fully, at least. You probably have to be a little bit of a masochist to do art, but but it's not about torturing yourself on purpose. So you can make your life easier. By just copy pasting. Let's make the eyes rounder. Like the buttons. And of course sharpen it. And a big smile. Because Daddy is very friendly. A very sweet person. I'm going to do that for the eyes also. Bigger and more rounded, more open. This music from... Oh. Yeah, I will have to find the episodes 1 and 2 of the Phantasy Star Online GameCube series. Because I've only ever played the the card spin-off, which is amazing, by the way. I played it Wednesday. And I was very happy to show it off to everyone. But I've never played the other games because I think they just got broken. Like, we have the box. Like on GameCube there's this compilation of episodes 1 and 2. I have the box. It's empty. It is empty. Taking a little sip. Oh man, cherry and banana go surprisingly well together. I don't regret my purchase. Stretching my back a little bit. Alright, let's figure out the belt situation. I mean, I could fuse them. Like, it's a plushie, it's not an accurate illustration of the detailed character. I think it might look better at those proportions. Whoops, wrong brush. On those proportions, to have instead one bigger belt instead of two tiny ones. And so here, there's supposed to be 3. I could make just 2. So there's still multiple beds. There we go. So this sleeve here is a little ripped when you look at the reference. The other sleeve is full, it's whole. This one has a bit of a punkish feel. Okay, let's try different little fingers. Oh, it works, it works. And that way it's more obvious that she has fingerless gloves as well. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Maybe an open mouth and thinner lines actually. Yeah, like she's saying hello. Can you believe it's 2 PM and my light is already on, or rather it's still on. Because it's so dark here. Like, no wonder seasonal depression is kicking my ass. We have like 3 minutes of daylight, I swear. That's not even it really. We do have daylight. It's just that Belgium is a very cloudy country. And on top of it all, my room is facing north. So I don't get a lot of sunlight in my room. Which is why my cacti, for example, they are in my sister's room. Because they need a lot of sunlight. But my mint is happy. At least my mint is happy in the dark here. for some reason it still has leaves, even though it's getting a little too cold. They're small leaves, but it's still not fully going to sleep for the winter. That's surprising. So hello Sky! Hello! Hello! I am drawing a little tally to put in my arms right here. A little tally plushie. How are you doing, Sky? I'm doing the best I can. Like, I was just talking about seasonal depression. You know how it is, like in winter, when you don't get a lot of sunlight. It's a little bit rough. And since Belgium is like dark all year long, except like 2 months in summer, it's a little rough, but I'm doing what I can. I'm taking my vitamins. Staying hydrated, doing some exercise. Doing what I can. But it is what it is. Right, so the horns start quite a bit in front of the face, so I can't just hide them. I can't just make the fringe go fully in front of it. Then again, it is a plushie, so I can. Doesn't have to be as realistic as if I drew her like in full human proportions. She's a little plushie here. I have transformed her into a plushie. Just wanted to pop in and say hi. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for checking in. Have a nice day too. I mean, the horns, I could just do a little like this. And this one is a little more curved than the other. Let's make this one more curved. Okay, that's a little more. That fits more with the other horn. I can make the hair a little longer actually. Little ears. Well, one of them. The other is hidden by the hem. My neck. I have to be careful when I'm drawing. Because I'm looking down a lot. Maybe make the buns a little bigger so they're more noticeable. Yeah, most of this part of the outfit won't be seen when she's being held in my model, but I can figure a way to use the plushie in other places. There we go, the sleeveless gloves. I don't think she has belts on that one though, but she does have. Let's see. Yeah, perspective is always a challenge. Maybe this. Yeah, I guess I'll figure out when I do the colors. A little bit of the braid. She looks a bit like she's dancing when you don't have the arms. This Fantasy Star Line, definitely. Which one? I'm not sure. Oh, no, it's not. Solaris Phase 1, that's Sonic 06. Yeah, it's a bit similar to the style of music like that they use in some parts of Fantasy Star Line, which makes sense. Like, again, it's the same team. Oh, there's definitely common threads there. Okay, I might not make the silver chains because they are very tiny. And on a plushie, it might not be very visible. I'll see, I'll see. First I will do the main big belt. I can do that one, no issue. I was going to say, I wonder why the line art is partially transparent. It's because there's something else over it. I forgot already. I forget. It seems like I'm getting a lot of boss music suddenly. Let me take another sip. Igloo. Yeah, but this stream probably won't last like 4 hours like I've done in the past. I know I can get quite in the zone when I draw. But I do have... like, I do need to be somewhat fresh for when I... for when I guest on Lembe stream. But that's why I chose art for this stream. So that I wouldn't like strain my throat too much, among other things. Because for some reason lately, when I stream, my throat hurts like a bitch. Maybe it's because I'm playing games that have more dialogue that's not voiced. So I do have to voice a lot of characters and stuff. Maybe that's why. Let's make this a little pointier so it matches with the other phone. This is so cute. I think I'm going to send her the full plushie once I'm done. Alright, the pants. She does have multiple belts on this leg. I might just give her one because I made the plushie's legs quite short. The boots. The combat boots. Plushified. I might just do that actually. There you go. I don't know if it's Stockholm syndrome or something, but the digital circuit music hits different. Even though I've spent a lot of time getting lost in that damn level. The music is very cool. I even, you know how there's a digital circuit track in Sonic Racing Crossroads, and I went ahead and modded. I added in a mod that changes the music of that track to the Shadow 5 version. Picture me holding up digital circuit like a potato and saying, I just think it's neat. Once again, another copy paste. That's my flip. That's the wrong flip. I wish we could customize the icons of the shortcuts we put on the top bar there. You can't see it, but I can. Like there's a toolbar over there with all sorts of shortcuts, and you can customize what goes there, but you can't customize the icons of what goes there, I don't think. Oh yes, you can actually. Huh. I should I should change the icons. Like I have like 5 icons on the right there that all have the exact same icon. And it's just muscle memory that I managed to hit the right ones, but usually I hit the wrong ones. So my muscle memories are not great. I don't really have place for more beds, so I could put maybe one there and one up, so she still has multiple beds, even if not 3. Ooh, that's nice. Dancing. I don't know, I just really like this type of music. Especially for drawing. Like electronic music when you're drawing, in my experience at least, it gets me more focused. Maybe because I can't focus as hard on lyrics, since they're usually there to accompany the melody rather than the opposite. Like, you know, a lot of lyrical songs, the music is behind the voice to enhance the voice, right? But in this sort of electronic music, it's a bit the opposite. Like the main melody is the main character of the song, let's say. And the voice is there to enhance the main character. Does anything I say even make sense right now? I'm just rambling. Alright, so that... Oh, I got the wrong fucking leg. I forgot I was in reversed. Right. I mean, I can copy paste it. I forgot I was flipping. I am a silly cat, forgetful. And let's cut this, paste, and reverse, and I will fill in the blanks. On the plus side, I have more space for the beds. I need to fix that real quick, it's a little too prominent. I'm going to change the buckle's position. Or maybe to the side here. That sounds like a Sonic Unleashed music. It might be. Sonic Unleashed has a very funky OST in the night sections. Let's take another sip and stretch my neck. What the fuck is my bitrate doing? Why is it at 6000? There we go. Yeah, I've seen before my bitrate go low. That can happen. But seeing it go above the limit I set for it is very weird. Because I set the bitrate pretty low, like 3500. Because that's a bit the sweet spot for my connection at 1080p. And yet it went at 6000. Why? Who decided, hey, I'm going to go at 6000? That seems like a great idea. On this shitty countryside Wi-Fi. I'm not even using a wired connection, I can't. I'm on the wrong floor for that. I mean, technically there is a cable, an Ethernet cable that goes upstairs, like through the walls, but it's in the hallway. Like, we did what we could with that. By which I mean we plugged in an access point so the Wi-Fi is stronger upstairs. But like I still can't use a wired connection because it's not long enough to go into my room. And I mean the access point works most of the time, but once in a while it just fails. Not as much as when it was in extender mode. Like seriously, if you can, I highly recommend, if you have like a TP-Link extender, if it can switch to access point mode, and of course you have an Ethernet cable to plug into it, switch to access point mode, because in extender mode it overheats very easily and then fails, and then you have to unplug it for like 30 minutes, wait for it to cool down, and then plug it back in. It's a huge waste of time. But in access point mode I don't really have to unplug it to let it rest or anything. I can even program it to shut off on its own at certain hours. to let it cool down. I don't have to physically unplug it. And connection is more stable, despite, you know, the fact I'm in the countryside. Like, I can't do much about it. Those ISP providers, I think the P in ISP is actually provider actually. I don't know, I don't remember what the acronym stands for, but ISPs, they don't really care that much about the countryside. So they give us the bare minimum. Like, I remember when I was in a student's apartment, a little studio, one room basically. The Wi-Fi there was like, okay, so here at home currently I can download up to 8 megabytes in speed. Like when you download a file, or is it megaoctet? It's megaoctet. I can download 8 megaoctet per second, which is, it's 8 times faster than with the previous ISP. But when I was in my student's apartment, I could download at 30 megaoctets per second. And it was just a student apartment. We didn't have the best Wi-Fi around. That's insane, the huge difference there is. Like, you'd think in a house you'd have faster Wi-Fi than in a little cheap student apartment that's one room. I don't know, I'm just rambling. But yeah, basically, my point is ISPs don't really care about the countryside. Which I guess makes sense, right? There's less houses there, so less clients. But we have to make do with what we're given. Which is not a lot. Okay, looks like Tally is fully lined. Let's hide the sketch. Looks good to me, looks cute. Alright, let's get to colors. But first, my favorite technique. I'm on the line art layer. I select outside of the line art. There we go. I see that there's no hole. I reverse the selection. And boom! The base layer is there. Super handy. And then all the colors are in a clipped folder above this gray base layer. It's a huge time saver. Alright, first, let's go with the skin first. She's got a pastel pink skin. While I'm at it, I'm going to do a simplified version of the little illustration, the little mark she has on her forehead. With the fin. Alright, let's zoom in. Let's see the other pictures. Okay, this one is better. Let me pull that up in my reference window. Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Okay, bigger than that. It's fine if I go above the lines. The hair will cover it up. Okay, it's still a little pixelated. Oh, actually, I'm going to pull up her streams, like one of her VODs. I might find a closer shot of her 3D model. Well, let's find one where she has her VTuber, her 3D VTuber. Okay, let's put it up in full HD. I am a fucking genius. I am a fucking genius. That's a lot clearer. I'm going to put it in the... Oh, interesting. In this one, her eyes are blue. But in the other reference, they're purple. I'm going to use the colors of the reference she gave me. Oops, too big. Yeah, I think that's detailed enough for plushie. I'm going to make it a little lighter, actually. Like this. No, it's a little darker in her on her model. Yeah, like this. Nice. Alright, so the eye whites. Which mostly won't be visible, really. The mouth. The eyes. Well, since the reference she gave me has purple eyes, I will give her purple eyes. Oh, it's a nice color of purple too. I use that color a lot. Okay, the hair. The hair. Oh, she has it. She has. Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't notice in the screenshot, but she has little freckles. Let's give her her freckles. That's too pink. That's good. I love freckles. I don't draw them enough. But I actually have some OCs with freckles. I just haven't drawn them in a while. But I think freckles are very cute. And I do get them a lot actually in summer as well. I don't tan a lot, but I do get freckles. You know, when I go outside. Alright, let's go back to the hair. Yeah, her hair has two colors. It has a light blue and a light pink. I'll make the light blue the base color so I can see what I'm doing. And I will add the second color once I've done the base one. But first, I'm doing this. I forgot to flip. Let's flip. And then like this. even more, a little like this actually. There we go. That way her eyes are still visible through the hair. Yeah, I think those two shades, like of pink and blue, go very well together. It's cotton candy colors. Let's not forget the braid. Okay, while I'm coloring her, let's remove the arms so I see more accurate colors. Let's do the eyebrows too, and then we will add the pink in a clipping layer. H2, there we go. I'm going to make the pink of the hair a little brighter, so I can see more clearly the difference between her pink hair and her pink skin, since this won't have a lot of shading. Alright, let's zoom out a bit. On the reference, I mean. Very good. Let's not forget the braids. So we'll have. What's the end of the braid like? Okay, it has two colors too. I'll have one pink bit here, and then like this. Now let's go do the horns. So again, the horns are also blue and pink. The base being blue, a little darker than her hair. So we've got the base. Let's make sure it goes behind the line art properly. It's a very short gradient, so what I'm tempted to do is do a pseudo gradient with my pencil like this. That's kind of how I do the color changes in Homestuck characters, the trolls. It's been a while since I've drawn any of them, but that's also how I did the change between like the yellows and oranges. And so, hello Taco, yes it's Tally. I'm making a little plushie. A little plushie of her that I can hold. Yes, it is Tally. Yes, a little Tally plush. She's also got those little dark markings on the horns. Boop, boop. Looks neat so far, thank you.
This is what you need, what you need.
Sonic Rush really has some incredible music you can vibe to. Like Naganuma truly has a style that's very recognizable. I don't like how I did the stripes there. The funky little flutes in the background that are completely off tone. But it adds to the little summer party vibe of the OST. It makes sense since it takes place in partially Blaze's world, which is this kind of world that has a lot of water and stuff, lots of islands. I've got the little stripes. And the outfit. It's mostly black and red, but that's easy enough. Let's try not to get my layers mixed up. Alright, CR, the close red. So this is red, this is red. Actually I should do the opposite. First the black. That way you can put the red bits over them. So I can just do that. Right, I've got the black. Now I can put the red over it. Let's see, this one is a red sleeve. Let's start with the beds so I don't forget any. Because I will forget. Oh, I accidentally zoomed out. I don't know why I was being careful here. This whole thing is red. Well, not the buttons, but there we go. I can just do that. This is also red, but it is striped. Let me take a sip real quick. And I think what I might... Oops! My stylus! It fell over! What I think I might do is... Once I'm done with the plushie, I might just end the stream. That way I still have enough spoons left for tonight's stream with Lumby. I might give the shoes a different color, so a different shade of black. So I can see, so we can see them a little better. I'll go back to the red after that, I just don't want to forget. Either darker or maybe darker. And I will make the line art lighter here, so we can see what the hell is, is happening. Whenever you watch my stream, you always end up drawing alongside. Nice. That's part of my evil plan. My very evil plan. To make people want to draw. Alright, let's see. So that's the sleeve here. I might just make it simply red. Like this. And that's part of the sleeve too, actually. Yeah, with this kind of perspective, it would be too difficult to add the small details. Alright, this sleeve is good. this part of the jacket has a fiery pattern. That's pretty nice. Wrong button. It's funny that I put so much effort in the details of the jacket, because when you see you can't really see it. But that's fine. I just want to do things properly. And that's why I can still show the whole plushie separately if I want. Coloring behind the line art. So the colors show it properly once I change the color of the line art. I see the leg there has a red stripe. Is it the whole... is it both legs? No, it doesn't seem like it. It's just this leg. I guess I can just do that. There we go. Looks good to me. Looks good to me. After that I can add some minimal shading. But first actually let's give the line art some color. Like this. It will look a little weird at first. Going to darken that. There we go. Do I have all the base colors? No, I forgot. Good thing I checked. Alright, I forgot the metal buckles. I forgot the buckles! Oops. Went outside the lines. Okay, we've got all the buckles done. Good. Oh yeah, I should, while I'm at it. Right. How do I do this? Maybe if I do this. No, absolutely not. How do I do this? Basically, I want to change the color of the line art here to white. But because it's in multiply mode, as you can see, it's just making the thing transparent. Alright, clipping layer is also getting put in multiply mode. Okay, that's going to be a little scuffed. We hide this. Let's make this like that. Sure, that works. There we go, that's nice. Alright, now that this is done, I can go back to doing some minimal shading. Okay, let me look quick how the other flashes are. Yes, very small shading. Just enough that it's not really flat. Just a little. And also give her a little blush. Maybe a little lighter. Yeah, that's cute. That's the freckles. What's this? That's the markings. You can barely see the whites of the eyes. Oops, wrong brush. I'm going to change the color of the line art for the eyes, even darker. That is the eyelashes. There you go. That's why you don't see the color of the eyes behind. Wrong color! Big shiny eyes. Might add more contrast for the eyes actually. There you go. Yeah, like that. Actually, I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to add more. I used to do that a lot at some point. Like just add little specks of those bright colors. Maybe make the little pink things down here, so it's not all in the same spot. And maybe make them more vivid. I think that's cute. Let me go glue glue. A nice sip of tea. Yeah, when you see my desk, you would think I have some kind of drinking problem. But not in the alcohol sense. Just like I have 1 cup of tea there. I have my gamer juice there. I have my thermos. That's 1 liter. That I use for the whole day, but it's 1 liter right there. And I also have a water bottle that I usually just use for my plants, but I have a lot of stuff to drink here. I'm not going dehydrated. I learned my lesson. I think it was like 2 years ago. I was not drinking enough, and it gave me a pretty bad UTI that hurt a lot. So now I'm being very careful to stay hydrated. And likewise, we don't need to go all out with the shading. Just subtle enough. Maybe what's behind her there, you can shade. That way we have more depth. Depth, depth, depth. That word is horrible to pronounce. I don't know why I insist on trying on saying it. Trying to say it. English. English is a fucked up language. You're kind of the same. You have like 5 empty glasses that had water in it. You just forget to bring them downstairs. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's the thing, right? You have to bring down the cups and glasses eventually. And that's a real walk of shame. Especially since, like, personally I like collecting cups and mugs for my tea. But sometimes, you know, I get a new mug, and I don't think to bring down the previous one downstairs. So sometimes in the morning I'm like going down the stairs with like my thermos so I can fill it up, my water bottle so I can fill it up, and then like 5 cups. There we go. And then the pink. You should probably get one giant thermos so you don't keep bringing up glasses. Yeah, and a lot of those big thermos also have like an included cup, like the lid is a cup. I don't use it a lot personally because I like my fancy cups. Well, they're not even fancy, they just have fun designs and stuff. But yeah, big thermos, that's the life. I've got one that's 1 liter. It's huge. I could kill someone with it, even when it's empty. Alright, nice. That's the horns. I hope there's a thermos that's big that fits the aesthetic of your room. Oh yeah, aesthetics are very important. Mine is actually quite basic, my thermos. I've been thinking about putting stickers on it since I have a fuck ton of stickers, but I'm afraid if I put it, like, if I do that, I won't be able to put it in the dishwasher anymore. Because right now, this thermos is dishwasher safe. So I can put it in the dishwasher so I don't have to go in with a brush and everything. If I put stickers on it, they won't survive a turn in the dishwasher, so I have to pick. Do I want to be lazy and not clean my thermos with a brush? Or do I want it? Do I want my thermos to have personality? It's a tough decision, tough choice to make. Okay, that's too dark. And the pink also. Yeah, it would be so hard to clean it all with stickers. It is damaging the stickers either way. Yeah. It's always the problem with stickers. If you put it on stuff that you need to wash, like cups, bottles, stuff like that, they won't survive. They won't survive. What's this? Those are the stripes. I'm actually going to make them like this and a little... like this. That's the black of the outfit. I really have to restrain myself to not go all out with the shading here, because I really like this brush, makes shading so fun. And I have to restrain myself because the plushies don't. The plushies need some minimal shading, not something all out. Yeah, that's a real fancy brush. It took a while to get the pressure right. Because it's very textured, but it's also blendy if I don't press as hard. And that's really hard to achieve. Usually you need separate brushes, like one for the texture, one for the blending. But I like to have one brush that does everything, because I am lazy. She looks like she's dancing like that. That's very cute. I'm going to make it a little more contrasted. We started using Clip Studio recently. We haven't used any brush other than the pencil brush. Listen, if the pencil brush works for you, you can stay with the pencil brush. You probably can't see the difference when I'm doing that. It's a very mild difference, but I see it. I see it, I see everything. You were too lazy to explore your options, that's fair. Especially like, Clip Studio is a very busy program. There's a lot of stuff. I probably don't even use half the functions, because there's a lot going on there. Like, in a drawing, I usually use like 3 brushes. I use one brush for the sketch, one brush from the line, and one brush for the shading, and that's it. Hello, Abby! Hello! How's it going, Abby? You're old! Yeah! Happy birthday, by the way. A little darker and more blue. Why is this red not getting shaded? Did I fuck up somewhere? Yes, I did! Why did I do that like that? I did it on the wrong fucking layer! At least that's easy enough to fix. I'm just going to select this. was on the wrong layer, the wrong layer, the wrong layer. Cut this, paste this, fuse those two. There we go. That's fixed. This bed can be fully shaded. It's under the jacket. There we go. I really need to keep myself on a leash there and be like, no, don't shade more than that. This has to be simple. This is a little plushie. But I like shading. I like shading, it's so fun with this brush. I can't help it. How do I do that one now? That's good. Like this. Okay, for the shoes I'm going to do some what I like to call reverse shading, because the color is already so dark that for that I need to do some lighter, lighter colors. Let's see, that's still too light. Yeah, I like how this looks. I like how this looks. Oh, I forgot to shade the eyebrows. They're merging with the skin. There you go. It's a little better. Yeah, my very own pocket tally. I'm going to export that and test her out in real time. We will get to see her behind the scenes. Where's my folder? Yeah. Alright, let's see. There we go, so that's the plushies I'm holding currently. Let's pause the movement of the model so that I don't break the physics. Let's save real quick before. You never know what can happen. Alright. Import a sprite. And I want to add in Tally. There she is. Where is she? She's here. I'm going to give her some physics. Nothing very intense. Just a tiny bit of stretch so that when I move she bounces around. There she is! Also don't mind my eyes going transparent when I blink, that's the editor nod. Isn't she cute? But yeah, I plan on doing that for a bunch of people. But I figured it would be good to make Tally the first, since it's based on her idea. Like her shirts thing. So she gets to go first. Oops, my eyes are gone. They're back. It's so smart to have changeable plushies for your avatar. Yay! Yeah, I figured my Sonic and Shadow plushies would not be the only ones. I should find a way. Does my shortcut work? Yep, that works. Yeah, I don't know quite yet how to do cycle assets. I mean, you can see me fuck around with it. Alright, version 2.3.1. Yeah, because I like saving every version of my model. Both for backup purposes, like if I fuck up, and just for history. Alright, so let's see. Cycle. Let's open them all. Maybe a cycle asset. Let's see. And I will create a cycle. Oh, whoops, I created two. Cycle 1. I don't know how this works. Okay, so changing this position, the holding position is Ctrl Alt Shift 2. So that it's a specific combination so that I don't accidentally trigger it. What if I do... What if I put everything... Oops, don't worry about that. So that's not it. I'm going to try this. And put this also a cycle asset. I'm just fucking around. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay, maybe not toggle. I can't remove the toggle. That's great. How do I remove this? Let me remove this. I guess I can do that. And just cycling forward. Okay. Hello, Mike! Hello! Welcome! I'm fucking around with my model. I just finished the little plushie of Tali. Let me zoom in. So you can see her in her full glory. Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out in my PNGTuber / PuppetTuber program how to use cycle assets. So maybe is a set. Okay, what if I do that? How does this work? How do cycles work? Enable this and then that. I don't know how to cycle them. I mean, I guess for now, I can just do it manually. I will figure it out later. Let me save this. He's so cute. I'm definitely sending her a picture of this for whenever she's online. Yay, dancing. But yeah, I did say this one would be a little shorter because I need to be somewhat fresh for tonight with Big Lumpy. Where's my screen? My OBS screen. It is here. I don't know why there's that gap down here with the bongo cats. There's a hole. There's a hole in the middle. I don't know if it's the online thing that's causing that. But that's fine. Let me take another sip. Agloo, agloo. That's what happens when someone leaves. Yeah, that might be it. That might just be it. This is so fun. It's so silly, but it's so fun. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here. But yeah. I am done drawing for the day. I finished the little plushie. I will show it off to Tally. Who is probably going to lose her mind when she sees it. But yeah, thank you all for dropping by. It was a fun... It was a fun little warm-up actually. Like those plushies are pretty quick to make, all things considered. And they're very low stress. So I'm definitely going to be making more people. Some of you in chat? But yeah, I will see if someone is streaming so I can do a little raid. Oh, well, Celeste is streaming. Looks like she's playing some No, I'm Not a Human again. So we're going to raid into her stream. And she just started like 30 minutes ago, that's good. Alright, we're going to raid Celeste, yay! Thank you all for dropping by. It was a fun chill time. Low stress. Low energy, but low stress. I could do a little drawing. Alright. Looks like everyone seems ready to raid. So we're going to raid Celeste. But yeah, thank you all for dropping by. And have a good day. And you will see me like in a few hours on Big Beast stream. It's going to be a fun time. Alright, see you. Bye bye.